Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll throw it on first down. It's complete. Afterburner's coming. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets the give. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using the quick game. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. He'll put the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. Oh, he got loose. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come good.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Smashes it between the uprights. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to stay on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. On the move. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Going with the ground game left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
He'll pull it on the read. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Offense lining up quickly.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, from the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day. If you're this quarterback right now, you know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Wide out in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Going with the counter play here. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's got him in the flat. Tackled immediately after the catch. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum.
Come on, get playing.
Trying to surge it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Quarterback flicks it ahead quickly to the receiver. And it's a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Now on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a...
He wants to go deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really...
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Complete in the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is totally getting wrecked today. You bring Johnny Football back here in his prime, and even he wouldn't change the outcome of this one. They're trailing by 18 to Vanderbilt. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They're working that left side.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
It is perfect. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. One team makes its way onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll go back to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Tackled after picking up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got his man. And he will house it.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work was done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the 2-point conversion here. Pick your play. Let's get ready to work.
Feeling some heat. He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and in the final moments, we are tied. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
It's complete to the left. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And this will be for the win. And here comes the field goal unit. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this.